Just won a championship. Oh my God.
Hey. Good to see you. Come on in, let's go. Yeah! Let's go! Alright, okay. Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up, first shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy yet. Glad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music, I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick.
Going into Loretta's 65, 7, and 9 class was probably the most exciting / nerve-wracking class we had all week. Going in with major players like Jet Rao, Shannon Tarnow, Tate Brush, and even Cruz Peterson with how he's been riding. Somebody was bound to leave disappointed. There's 2 classes, and there's 3 to 4 championship contenders here. So knowing that, some kids were going to be happy and some were going to leave disappointed was tough. But, Shannon Tarnow come out swinging in the first motos with just great starts and finishes, and his first moto win ever at Loretta's. Followed up by the first championship he's ever won at Loretta's. One of the stories of the week was the first time the YZ65 ever winning a championship at Loretta's with Tate Brush. A really cool week for the game moto kids there, and to see all 3 of those kids win motos, 2 of the 3 win championships, and to have Jet be a little bit heartbroken, that's all right. These kids are swapping and they're swapping positions and they're pushing themselves to get faster and faster every day out here.
Feeling good. Just won a championship. Oh my God. Let's go.
So one thing we know at Loretta Lynn's is the C class is full of uncertainty, more so than any other class. And going in, Alessio Chavez, we knew that. Based on his performance at the Spring Nationals, he was fast. We knew he was fast, but there's a lot of fast guys that come out of that C class. The C class is more of an experience thing than a speed thing. Lots of fast guys coming out of this class. So going in, Alessio Chavez, something we wanted to work on was consistency. And, man, he did go to work. He, like we laugh, he second placed the field to death. 2.22 in the 250C class, okay? Did he get a moto win in that one? No, he was able to get a moto win in the 250C Limited. But if you look at the other moto scores, 1.53, 4.15, 8.31, he did the job, and that was the thing. So come a game and just know what you were getting yourself into and how to manage the week. That's what we really worked on with Alessio, knowing this class was going to be one with consistency. So for Alessio to come out of Loretta's, he's one of the few double class champions this year. It was very cool to see him do that. And obviously the C class it's very close to my heart, and it's definitely a lot of emotion going to that one. And it's a very cool class because it's full of first timers. So we'll see how that goes. It's only going to get harder for here. So Alessio, good on him for winning those 2 championships, 250C and 250C Limited. 250B Limited and 450B Limited classes for the gamers, much like the 7 and 9 class. We brought in 2 potential contenders in this class, in Max Shane and Wyatt Thurman. Watching those guys ride and train together day in and day out, the level was elevated for sure. We knew that going in, and we also knew Caden Fitch was going to be fast. And it all played out there. Wyatt Thurman grabbing the first moto. Second moto was won by McCaden Fitch, while Max Shane went 2-2. It was a 3-way battle, winner take all into the third moto, which really set us up for the most exciting, third motos of Loretta Lynn's with this setup. And what looked to be maybe a battle between Max Shane and Wyatt Thurman brewing. We saw Wyatt unfortunately lost his bike. His crankshaft let go mid-moto. With few laps left to go, Max Shane made a huge detrimental mistake, causing a crash that ended up having him with a broken wrist and some bruised ribs. So fast forward, Moto 3 of the 450B Limited, where Max Shane was dominant going in with a 1-1. He had to ensure that he at least got a fourth or better in this class to go ahead and win the championship. That one really came down to the wire. He was able to finish out the last moto for the championship with a fourth place finish with a broken wrist. So between Edwin Meyer coming in and breaking and finishing basically his third moto with a broken tibia, and Max Shane finishing his third moto for a championship with a broken ulna and a broken radius, it really shows the grit of these riders, and I'm super proud of them. And with the last moto being one of the most probably head-turning rides of the year at Loretta's, we saw Wyatt Thurman come from 40th gate pick and outside of the top 20 to pass every rider essentially in the field to come and win that moto. So lots going on those classes. That was probably the biggest roller coaster of classes of emotion and pain and just attrition we saw out of the game riders between Max Shane and Wyatt Thurman. Very, very awesome to see. Little Wyatt Tedesco, what can you say? That's last year's P-Dub champ. Put in a long, strong camp on his Cobra senior bike, his Cobra FWE, and made a last-minute switch to the e-bike right before Loretta's. Come out in the first moto at Loretta's with something to prove. With Cobra Elite rider Robert Fender in that class, we knew it was going to be a tough one. He come out with one lap to go in the first moto while leading, has a massive crash, lands on his head, and is very dazed. He picks his bike up, picks himself up, and manages a 5th place. Coming off the track, bloody nose, tears, feeling like he had lost the championship, knowing that Fender was a very good rider, but knowing that it is Loretta's and anything can happen, lined up with Moto 2, took the Moto win there. Fender had some problems, somehow got a 5th. So going into the third moto, what are the chances? The 2 title favorites in Fender and Tedesco go in with a 5-1 and a 1-5. Set up to be a battle. Wyatt pulls the whole shot and does what he needs to do and wins. As a 7-year-old taking home the P-Dub championship and now the e-bike championship, sets himself up in 2026 to go for a third 50 championship in 3 years. It's very special. I know we're going to be working hard to get that done here at Game, but very cool story to go into your third year at Loretta's with a possible third-year championship. I don't know if it's ever been done. I don't know if a 3-year run of 50 championships has ever been done. So maybe try to be the first to do that next year in 2026. So let's look forward to the work we're going to get able to put in. And if there's one guy that we think can do it, it's Mr. Wyatt. This year, Kane Bolasine is the perfect example of going all in. 2023, summer of 2023, he moved into my house here on the property here in Tecumseh at Game, and they went all out. And piece by piece, we put it together after the Spring Nationals, having a really good run there and winning. He hooked up with Greg Dorenzo and got on a more serious off-the-bike program, and it really showed into the summer, throughout the summer, and at Loretta Lynn's with absolutely beast mode rides. Fitness wasn't an issue, and heart wasn't either. So for him to come away as your 2025 Schoolboy One Championship may have surprised a lot of people, but it didn't surprise anybody here at Game. It's truly one of our success stories of the year.
I got a world to see. My girl, she wanna see Rome. Caesar make you a believer. Nah, I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching.
Can we go back?